Welcome everyone. This is your own channel Learner Saga. In this video, we will discuss the poem The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. But before starting, I like to request you to press the like button and subscribe the channel if you are new, and also to comment and share the video. So without wasting any time, let's begin. The Road Not Taken. Actually, the poem has two meanings, the internal meaning and the apparent one. Actually, the road not taken, it suggests a choice of a profession and acquiring some access onto it, as it is written here. I have written it for you. You may write it as you wish. So the road not taken. Actually, the road here suggests some option, such as the choice that a man should take, and the road not taken. The poet wants to tell us that choice that has not been taken by man, and here the poet has not taken that choice. So it's an open-ending poem. Open-ending poem means the conclusion of the poem is depend upon us, how we should take the conclusion. It's up to us. The poet has not made any conclusion whether his journey was good or not, whether his decision was good or not. Actually, he leaves that choice onto us. We are to decide what was the choice of the poet. Was it a right one or not? So it's called an open-ended poem. Robert Frost was an American poet, and he wrote in simple English. Here the road, as I told you, it symbolically stands for man's choice to take any decision. And not taken, that means the choice has not been taken, rather the person may have taken some other choice, some other road. Okay. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveller long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood. So there were two roads that were separated. Diverged means separated in a yellow wood. The color of the wood was yellow. Why yellow? Because of the decomposed leaves. It indicates the autumn season. So the two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry, the poet felt sorry as he could not travel both the road at the same time, and be one traveler, as he was only one traveler, so it was impossible for him to start the journey simultaneously to both the roads. Long I stood. He stood long. He was in a perplexed condition. He was to decide which road to take, and looked down one as far as I could. And the poet was looking down to one road, taking long time, to where it bent in the undergrowth. And the poet was looking to that road where it bent in the undergrowth. Undergrowth means dense plants, or you may say small bushy area. The first stanza's meaning was the two roads diverged in a yellow. That means the poet was in a perplexed mood. He was in a confused state of mind. He was not able to take any decision which road to follow, as he was looking for the two roads. As he was only one traveler, so it was impossible for him to continue his journey simultaneously for the two roads. So students, here you can see that there are so many rhetorical figures of speech here in this poem. And regarding the first stanza, you may write in your copy that one special rhetorical figure is there, that is called anaphora. Anaphora is a rhetorical figure in which the line starts with the same letter in consecutive 2 or 3 lines. Okay, consecutively, when the word is repeated at the beginning of any sentence, so that kind of case or figure of speech is called anaphoric sentence. Then took the other. So the poet, after taking decision, he took the other. That means the other road. He took the other one. Just as fair. It was as fair. As fair means it was so good. It was as good as the other one. Okay. So the 2 roads, the poet was in a confused state, and after taking decision which road to follow, he found that it was the same road and it was as much good as the other one was, and having perhaps the better claim. And the poet thought that as he was choosing this particular path, particular road, probably it may have some better claim. Better claim means better option, because it was grassy and wanted wear. So why did he think that it had some better claim? Because it was grassy. Grassy, it suggests that the path was unused. Okay, the word grassy suggests, it indicates that the path was unused. And wanted where? Wanted where? Try to understand this phrase. Actually, wanted here means needed. It needed. What kind of need was there? Need of wear, usage. So the path, it was grassy, as it suggests that it was unused by many people, and as it was unused, it was in need of usage. That means it was not frequently visited by many people. It was not frequented by many people. So this line is very special one. Why the poet chose the second one? Because it had better option. What option? What was the reason that the poet chose this one? Because it appeared grassy, as it was unused. It was not being taken by many people, and as it was a new one, because it wanted where, it needed some people to go through. That's why the poet chose that. Though as for that, the passing there had warned them really about the same. That means, although, as for that, the passing there, as the poet was passing through that path, it appeared to the poet that it had warned them really about the same. That means both the paths are similar. They are similar and worn out. So when the poet was about to take decision that I should choose the second one, the poet had in mind that the path may be not used by many people. But when he tried to start the journey, when he started his journey and he was passing through that road, he found that both the paths are similar in kind and both of them are worn out. That means some people might have been gone through that. And both that morning equally lay. Both means both the roads, both the paths. That morning, on which the poet started his journey, they equally lay. They laid equally. That means they were similarly covered with leaves. And both that morning equally lay in leaves. No step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the fast for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way. I doubted if I should ever come back. So again, the poet was in a perplexed mood. He says, both the birds that morning when he started the journey, they were similarly covered in leaves. No step had trodden black, and as it suggests that the part no step had trodden black. Trodden means pressed upon, walked by one person, you may say, and black here suggests the inexperience. Black means the inexperience here, that is not walked upon, so have not become black. It's still green, and as it is green, so it suggests it has not been pressed upon by many people. Oh, I kept the fast for another day. See, students, after this line, after this sentence, there is the note of exclamation here. This is the punctuation mark note of exclamation. That means the poet was surprised. He said, I kept the fast for the another day. Although he knew very much that it would be impossible for him to return, because yet knowing how way leads on to way. Yes, because if one person start a particular path, it's very impossible, you may say, for that person to return, because that path will lead him to many other paths. So he will be attracted to those paths. That's why the poet has written, oh, I kept the fast for another day, yet knowing. That means although the poet knew very much how way leads on to way. That means how one path leads on to another way. So if we are to gist up this stanza, third stanza, it says that although the poet had chosen the second one, he found that both the paths are equal. They were frequented by people similarly, and as the first path was, the second path was similarly covered in leaves, as no step had trodden them black. When people go through a path, it becomes blackish in color because of their footsteps. However, here it suggests that the poet knew very well that it may not be possible for him to come back, because he knew very much that one way leads to another. However, he doubted if I should ever come back. It was in his mind, he was skeptic about it, that one day may come when he will return. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere, ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. So, I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere, ages and ages hence. So, from hence means from here. From this time, a time will come, ages and ages after. That means in future. In the future, I shall be telling this. I shall be telling about this incident, my experience, with a sigh, with a deep breath. That two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by. So he would be telling to his future generation that there were two roads, they were separated in a wood, and he took the path that was less travelled by. That means less people frequented that path, and that has made all the difference. And after taking that path, it became different for him. Everything was different for him. So it is the apparent meaning of the poem, and I have told you that the poem had some inner meaning. So regarding the inner meaning, I can say that it's about the man's decision taking ability. That means that every person has two choices. The choices are maybe in his favor or not. The man is to choose the right decision. Here the roads represents life's choice. So you may say that here the road represents life's choice, and we should not regret about taking any choices. It all depends upon our decision making ability. One thing that you should also note, the rhyme scheme. The rhyme scheme of the poem is A B A A B. A B A A B. Okay, suppose this word would, it is A, both is B. So would is similar in pronunciation with stood. So A B A, and both, after both it's not matching here. Again stood and could. So a B, a B, both growth. So the rhyme scheme of the poem is A B A B. Okay, so actually the poem tells about the man's decision making power, and as I have told you, the poem is an open-ended one. So here the open-ended suggests the poet has leaves the situation up to us. We are to decide whether our journey, our life's journey, is suitable for us. Have we taken the right decision or not? Similarly, in the case of the poet, it may suggest the good thing, that the difference means whatever the poet achieved in his life, it was very appropriate for him, or he may have some regret. That's why it's an open-ended poem. Okay, up to this, and if you have any problem regarding the poem, so you may please comment. I will try to make your doubt clear. Okay, goodbye then. Thank you.